Hey guys, Shane Douglas here, Fit Fisherman. I had a question about setting up transducer on this Crestliner PT18. I know a lot of people that run aluminum boats have issues with no bottom reading at speed. You can idle and get good bottom reading on your depth finders, but once you get running at any kind of speed, you lose all bottom reading. And a lot of that comes from turbulence under the bottom of the boat. In aluminum boats, that's part of the nature of having one. They're going to create turbulence under the bottom. But I'll show you what I do and see if it'll help you guys out maybe when you mount yours to get it mounted in a good solid location where you can get bottom reading as fast as you can. Even mine currently, I do not get bottom reading at top speed, but probably, you know, mid throttle I can run 30 something miles an hour and still read bottom. And if I'm trying to read something, if I'm looking for little grass sprigs or some shoals coming up or something like that, then that's one of the things that I'm trying to do. I won't run that fast. I'm usually running around the 20-mile-an-hour range. So anyway, if you'll pan right down here and let's take a look at this. So a couple different things here you need to see. One, we've got a transducer shield and saver bracket on here, and we've talked about that before. And the transducer shield and saver bracket, you can't see it. Okay, get in here. Can you see it right there? You got enough light? Yeah. So the transducer shield and saver.com, this is their bracket. This is just a breakaway bracket that they've designed, so if you hit something it breaks away. We've talked about this before. Now I mounted my transducer on this plastic block, and the reason I put this block on here was so that if I have to move my transducer around any, then I'm only drilling holes in this plastic and not through the aluminum. As you can see, I've only got one screw here, and then there's one on the other side that goes into the aluminum, and then there's marine epoxy all around it. So what I done was I looked under the bottom of the boat here and tried to find a place with the cleanest transfer under the bottom. And the way this Crestliner is built, there's a weld that runs all the way down here, and they've got these wedges welded on right here that are smooth off the end. There's no weld there. So that's why I picked this location to mount my transducer. And if, you know, I'm going to use the old golden rule here as an example. But if you lay this on there flat, and what you want is where the bottom of the boat, you know, if it's planed out, you want the bottom of the boat to come out about midway of this transducer. That way you've got water on here. It won't read without water. So you need to make sure that there's water on there. If you get it too deep, then of course it'll kick up on the bracket, or either the breakaway here on the plastic will come loose, or it'll be plowed and you'll get that giant rooster tail sticking up behind the boat that nobody likes. If you get it too high, then what happens is you don't get any water, you get air under it, and air is the same as the turbulence coming off the bottom, so then you don't get reading that way either. So what I'm getting at here is you just want to get about halfway and then try to make that the location up and down to have this transducer mounted. Now I don't know if you can see it, but here's where I started at. So I put mine on there and I laid a rule on there to try to find the midway point, and then from there I took a Sharpie and just marked this bracket to the top edge. So now I can move this thing up or down at very, very minimal, you know, 1/4 inch movements and get it fine-tuned. And I may, you know, have to put it back on the trailer several times throughout the day if I'm only going out to do this. But the way it works for me is now I've got a starting point. So I put a level on it across here to make sure I'm level this way, and then I've got a starting point here, a mark on both sides, to when I go up and down, now I know I'm moving only a slightly amount, and that way I can get it fine-tuned. So that's my method for mounting my transducer and how I go about that. I hope that helps you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. If you've got any questions, you know, put those down there below, and I'll try to get answers to you as soon as I can. I'm a Fit Fisherman, ShaneDouglasFishing.com. Thanks for watching, guys.